Today, it's a good idea to start with the alphabet. Before we get into learning some phrases and useful things that will help you out in class and as you begin your journey to learn Spanish, I think it's really important to learn the basics of the alphabet and the trick to reading and pronouncing in Spanish so that you can do a good job learning the words that we present to you in this book. So I think that learning to read in Spanish is a lot easier than in English, and I think with the right amount of practice that you all will be able to read at a very high level. So let's start with the alphabet. The first one is A. We all say A, like avión, avión. The next one is B, like bebé. A, B. The next one is C. So the first letter that we really need to take some time to think about and remember is la letra C, C. You can see here that the letter C is making more of an S sound when it says the word cesta. We have the letter C spelled with the letter E or I. Just like in English, we're going to get more of an S sound. But when the letter C is spelled with O, A, or U, we're going to get more of a K sound or the C sound that we're used to. So here with CE, we get the word cesta. With CI, you may see a word like cien or cinco, like Cinco de Mayo. But with our CA, you may hear carro or carro. You may hear CU like cubo, or good job with C. The next one is de. Can we say de? Awesome. So far we have A, B, C, D. Let's give it a try. A, B, C, D. Awesome. The next one is E. E. It's the second vowel that we've learned, and it's really important because since we said that the letter A is not A, this one is E. So this we're going to use to get that sound that we may hear a lot more often as A in English. F, F, like in photo. Notice there's no PH here. And then G, he. Notice it's called he. Our G is going to have a similar rule to what our C has. So again, when we have the letter G, which in Spanish is he, when we have it with I or E, we're going to get a softer H sound. We're going to get a softer H sound. But when we hear our letter G next to things like O, A, or U, we're going to get a strong g sound like we get in English. So when we have G-A, you may get a word like gato. When you have G-U, you may have a word like gusano. When we have a word spelled with G-O, you may get a word like goma. So we can have ga, we can have go, we can have gu, but when we have G-I or G-E, we're going to hear he or he. So with our G-I and G-E, we get more of an H sound, which will be really important when we think about our next letter. G-I, you may get something like girar, which means to spin, or gemelo or gemela, which is twin or twin sister. Can we say A, B, C, D? E, F, G. The next part is H, I, J, K. H-E-J, K. Good. Our letter H is a tricky one. At the beginning of a sentence, an H is silent. We hear the letter H very often in words like hola or habitación. Here in our example, we have the word not hammock or hamaca, it's hamaca, hamaca. This H is completely silent at the beginning of our sentence. Hasta luego, see you later, also has that silent H. So let's go ahead and make it down to our J. So when we think about the letter J, I want you to think about this word. Yeah, what does this spell? Notice that it's jalapeno, not jalapeno. So don't confuse your J pronunciation with the way that we pronounce them in English. So if we see online that we wanted to say ha 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 ha, H-A, in Spanish, take a second to think, what would this spell if our H's are silenced? Yeah, this says ah. So if you are laughing, the way we might often do on Roblox or Minecraft or online or in a text, we can't say H-A. In fact, what many of you have maybe seen on the internet or on a video game is Hota-a, J-A. This spells ha 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 ha. Our consonants so far. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, Ka. Ka is where we are now.